If there is one characteristic that distinguishes guys who are naturally attracted to women from those who are always struggling, it is because they know what not to do. Most advice focuses on what men should do, including being more self-assured, impressing women, and maintaining interest. While those things are vital, the blunders you must avoid at all costs are frequently more crucial, because attraction isn't just about making the right moves, it's also about not making the wrong ones. This is where most men make the mistake of assuming that they will win her over if they just try harder, are nicer, give more, and go out of their way to please her. However, in reality, some behaviors not only kill attraction, they completely erase it. The worst part is that most men aren't even aware they're making these mistakes. They keep wondering why she stopped showing interest in them, why she left, and why she started acting strangely. By the time they realize what's going on, it's too late. So today, we're cutting through the clutter. These are the 5 things you should never do with a woman if you want her respect, desire, and genuine attraction. Let's get started. The first is to never ask for her approval. This is one of the biggest attraction killers, yet most men are unaware that they are doing it. It can take many different shapes, such as a desire for continual reinforcement. Do you still like me? Are you mad at me over explaining yourself? I just wanted to make sure you didn't misunderstand me, asking for permission to be yourself. Is it okay if I say this? Fishing for compliments. Do you think I'm funny? Am I attractive to you at its core? Validation seeking is about insecurity. It's about placing your sense of worth in her hands instead of standing firm in who you are. And here's the truth. Women don't want to be your emotional caretaker. The moment she feels like she's responsible for making you feel good about yourself, the attraction starts to die. She wants a man who already knows his own worth, not someone waiting for her to tell him he's enough. So how do you stop one detach from her reaction? Oh, if you say something funny, don't look at her to see if she laughed. If you make a decision, don't second guess it based on her opinion. Stand firm. 2, give validation. Don't seek it. Oh, instead of needing her to confirm your worth, turn the tables. Observe her challenge, her compliment her in a way that shows you see her depth, not just her beauty. 3, remember, she's attracted to confidence, not neediness. Oh, confidence isn't about arrogance. It's about being secure in yourself. Whether she approves or not, a man who doesn't seek validation is a man who commands respect. And a man who commands respect commands attraction. Think. 2, never put her on a pedestal. There's a dangerous belief that many men hold the idea that if they treat a woman like a queen, she'll treat them like a king. But in reality, the more you put a woman on a pedestal, the more she looks down on you. Most men don't realize this, but attraction is not built through worship, it's built through respect. And a woman cannot respect you if you act like she's above you. This doesn't mean you should treat her badly. It means you should treat her like a human, not a goddess. Because here's the truth. She doesn't want to be worshipped. She wants to be challenged, intrigued, and engaged. She wants a man who stands beside her, not beneath her. So how do you stop putting her on a pedestal? 1, don't over-compliment. Oh, if you constantly tell her how amazing she is, she will stop believing it. When they are earned, compliments have the greatest impact. Have your own life. Oh, a man who exalts women typically does so because he has nothing else to do. Get busy, set goals, and have a purpose. 3, call her out. Oh, if she does something disrespectful, say something. If she's acting entitled, don't put up with it. A woman respects a man who sets boundaries and stands his ground. A woman falls for a man because she feels something genuine when she's around him. Real attraction doesn't exist in fantasy. 3, never allow her to control the relationship. A woman will test you not because she is cruel or manipulative, but because she needs to know who you are. If you fail, she will lose respect for you. The worst thing a man can do is allow a woman to control the relationship. This occurs when you comply with everything she says to keep the peace and allow her to make all the decisions out of fear of upsetting her. You constantly apologize, even when you have done nothing wrong. A woman doesn't want to lead, she wants to trust that you can lead. Direction. A woman can trust a man who is clear about his direction and unwavering in his course. If you allow her to take charge, she will despise you for it. Nothing ruins attraction more quickly than a man who fears losing a woman, therefore never be scared to leave. Men will put themselves in danger if they fear losing a woman. The paradox is that the man who is least afraid of losing a woman is the one who keeps her the longest, because she knows he isn't with her out of desperation, but rather because he chooses to be with her. A man who stays because he wants to, rather than because he has to, is one who commands respect, and respect is the foundation of all attraction. But when you fear losing her, you become too agreeable, you stop setting boundaries, you tolerate disrespect, and you put up with bad behavior because you don't want to upset her. By doing this, you give her the impression that your value is dependent on her presence. Women want to sense that you would be okay with or without them, which is why stepping away is strong. They don't want to be your purpose or the thing keeping you together. Isn't about playing games, forcing her to pursue you, or establishing a point. Rather, it's about respect for oneself. A woman's psyche is profoundly affected when a man leaves by claiming, "I have standards, I have boundaries, and if they're not met, I'm gone." She understands that most men put up with poor behavior. A man who can walk away is a man with options, and a man with options is a man who is naturally attractive. The psychological effect of walking away is that women are wired to be drawn to men. Most men will go to great lengths, alter their personalities, and accept less than they deserve in order to keep her around. Who values themselves? If you can't leave a situation that isn't working for you, it tells her that you, 1, don't think you can do better, 2, are emotionally dependent on her, and 3, will do anything to keep her around. None of these things make her attracted. On the contrary, they make her realize that she needs to do everything in her power to keep you around because, in reality, women don't want a man they can control. They want a man they have to earn. When she disrespects you, though, it can take many different forms. Dismissing your thoughts, making fun of your ambitions, and continuously trying your patience, the moment you put up with it, you teach her that it's okay for her to play mind games. Oh, if she's hot and cold all the time, if she's dragging you along, or if she likes to make you feel unsure of your position, these are power plays. Never beg for attention. If she appreciates you, she will notice your absence. How to leave with strength. 1, don't make a big deal out of it. Simply do it like a weak man, not love. 3, when she stops being interested, pulls away, or treats you like an option, equal her energy and go. Try to cause a commotion or say something like, "You'll regret this, strong man." They just vanish. 2, don't make it about her. Instead, make it about you. Or 3, don't look back. The biggest mistake men make is to walk away but then check in with her, text her, or hope she returns. If you walk for good, the final truth is that a man who can walk away is a man who chooses his own self-respect over temporary comfort. And that's the kind of man that a woman never wants to lose thing. And 5, never be inconsistent with who you are. Women are drawn to certainty, not the kind that comes from arrogance or fake bravado, but the kind that comes from a man who knows himself and doesn't waver, shift, or mold himself to meet the expectations of others. Women are seeking for something stable, a foundation that doesn't crumble, and a man who is inconsistent says one thing but does another and alters his demeanor like a chameleon depending on who he's with will always lose their respect. The sad truth is that most men fail this test without even realizing it. They believe they are being adaptable and changing their humor, values, and opinions to avoid conflict and to be liked. But what they fail to see is that every time they shift to please someone else, they lose a little bit of their authenticity, which is the fastest way to kill attraction. Women are wired to seek stability in a partner, not just financial stability or social status, but something far deeper, emotional and steadiness of the mind. This is because, in terms of biology, a woman's existence, particularly in prehistoric times, depended on selecting a man. Her instincts tell her that a man is unsafe when he is inconsistent, when his moods fluctuate, when his words and actions don't match, when he acts one way in public but differently in private, because she could trust a man who would stand firm in danger, who wouldn't crack under stress, and who wouldn't say one thing and do another. She may not even be aware of it, but she will begin to distance herself from him, test him more, and become less attracted to him, not because he is a bad guy, but rather because he isn't reliable. She will begin to doubt who you are, and inconsistency kills attraction. Oh, if you're always shifting, she won't be able to trust that what you're presenting her is who you are. She will begin to question your words, second-guess your motives, and eventually lose interest since it shows weakness rather than flexibility. Oh, a strong man can adjust to various situations without losing himself. He can be light-hearted at a party, serious in a meeting, and consoling to a friend, all while staying true to himself. In contrast, a man who completely changes depending on his surroundings appears weak, as if he requires outside approval to function, and it makes her feel unsafe. She won't know which version of you to trust, and a woman who doesn't trust you can never truly desire you the power of being unshakable. Oh, if you say you love intense conversations one day, and then act as though you don't care about anything serious the next. Oh, if you talk about commitment one minute and then avoid the subject the next. Even today, the most attractive men are those who stand their ground, not in an aggressive, stubborn way, but in a way that says, "This is who I am, I will evolve, I will grow, but I will never betray myself," and that is rare, that is powerful. Take Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, philosopher, and leader, for example. Despite all the chaos around him, he remained firm in his principles, never changing based on public opinion. Bruce Lee, on the other hand, adapted in battle, yes, but at his core remained true to his philosophy, discipline, and essence. Ways to cease being inconsistent: establish your beliefs and uphold them. If you don't know what you stand for, you'll fall for anything. Take the time to decide what is important to you, and once you have, don't change them simply because something becomes awkward. Be the same man in any circumstance, regardless of whether you're with your boss, your closest friend, or a woman you find attractive. When necessary, modify your strategy, but never change your character. Remember, if you say you'll do something, do it. If you say you have a certain mindset, live by it. If your words and actions don't match, you lose credibility, and attraction dies. Attraction isn't just about what you do, it's about what you won't put up with. She remembers, values and desires a man who stands first, knows his worth, leads fearlessly, and never compromises his self-respect, because in a world full of men who bend, break, and beg, a man who stands unshaken is rare. A man who seeks validation puts a woman on a pedestal, lets her control the relationship, fears walking away, loses respect, loses power, and ultimately loses attraction. If you thought this was helpful, please subscribe for more insights. A woman can't help but respect you. Or are you simply another male vying for her approval? Stay resilient and focused, and I'll see you at the next one.